As we get older, everything changes, even our relationships. It's not like love just vanishes overnight. Instead, it's more like a slow burn that fades away when the little things start piling up. In the early days, everything feels fresh and exciting, but over time, those small, everyday annoyances begin to weigh on us, and before you know it, the passion starts to feel like it's slipping away. Many long-married women come to realize that the dwindling spark in their relationship isn't because they've stopped loving their husbands. It's really about the everyday frustrations that never seem to get resolved, and the unmet needs that quietly accumulate over the years. More often than not, the role of the emotional caretaker falls to the wife. She's the one who never forgets a birthday, plans family gatherings, schedules doctor appointments, and keeps the household running smoothly. Sure, each of these tasks might seem insignificant on its own, but when you add them all up, they form a heavy, invisible load that many husbands barely notice. Over time, this imbalance can leave a woman feeling like she's shouldering the entire marriage by herself. Imagine having to constantly juggle responsibilities without receiving much help or even recognition. It's no wonder that feelings of isolation and resentment start to creep in. In the beginning, conversations between partners are filled with excitement. You share your dreams, talk about your daily adventures, and exchange thoughts on everything from work to your future. But as the years go by, those deep, meaningful conversations can degenerate into mere routine chatter, or worse, silence. When heartfelt dialogue becomes a thing of the past, a woman can start feeling ignored and unimportant, even when her husband is right there beside her. Then there's the never-ending cycle of chores. Even in today's modern world, many women find themselves doing the lion's share of housework, even well into retirement. What begins as minor irritations, like dishes left in the sink or clothes scattered all over the place, eventually builds into a reservoir of pent-up frustration. Day after day, she's left wondering why she's still the only one picking up the slack. These tiny irritants, repeated over time, can gnaw away at her affection, making her feel taken for granted. As many women grow older, they naturally start yearning for personal growth and new experiences. There might come a point when she longs to travel, learn a new skill, or simply reconnect with a world outside the confines of her daily family routine. This desire for change is completely normal. After all, we all need room to breathe and explore our own interests. But if her husband is still stuck in the same old habits and refuses to adapt, the emotional distance between them can widen. It becomes that classic case of one partner growing while the other remains stuck in the past, a gap that can slowly erode the bond they once cherished. It isn't just about the physical aspects of the relationship either. Emotional intimacy tends to suffer as well. True closeness isn't solely about sex. It's about feeling a deep connection, knowing that you are needed, and feeling genuinely valued by your partner. When that spark dims, it can seem as though the very essence of love is fading away. A woman who stops feeling appreciated might begin to withdraw, both emotionally and even physically. It's not so much an act of defiance, as it is a natural response to feeling invisible and undervalued. Yet despite all of these challenges, there's a hopeful side to this story. Love isn't something that disappears in a dramatic burst. It's more of a slow process that withers away when we stop tending to it. The good news is that it's never too late for change. Whether you're the husband or the wife, making even small adjustments can make a big difference. Take the time to really listen to your partner, show genuine appreciation, and remember that marriage isn't some final destination. It's an ongoing journey that requires daily care and attention. By cherishing the little moments and by making a conscious choice to value each other every day, you can actually prevent love from slipping away. Sure, life is full of ups and downs, and everyday routines can sometimes feel overwhelming. But by keeping the lines of communication open and being willing to adapt, you can help keep that initial spark alive. In the end, the secret to lasting love lies not in grand gestures or dramatic moments, but in the consistent, everyday acts of kindness and care. So whether you're currently facing challenges in your marriage or you're just looking to strengthen the bond you share with your partner, remember that every effort counts. Starting today, try to reach out a little more, listen a little more intently, and set aside quality time for each other. Love is priceless, and it only flourishes when you invest in it daily.